In this theory tutorial, I'd like to chat about unaccented passing notes, and this is part of the grade 4 syllabus for Trinity College. So let's have a look at the definition of an unaccented passing note. So the definition of an unaccented passing note is notes that link the harmony notes in a tune to make it sound smoother to the listener. And we should remember that harmony notes are the notes that we use to write chords below the tune in a chord progression. But also, more importantly, harmony notes are usually the notes that we use to build triad. Say for example, if we build the chords on the C major scale, we would usually use C, E, and G. If we write a melody and we use these notes, the first, third, and fifth degree of the scale, so let's take a short snippet of a melody like so. And we can see that if we remove those two notes there, we have all the notes of a tonic triad, C, E, and G. And this means that if we want to connect the harmony notes, we then use the unaccented passing notes, the notes in between from the scale. So connecting C with E, we can use a D, and connecting the E with the G in the next bar, we can use an F. So those will be our unaccented passing notes, remembering that the unaccented passing notes are also the notes that are not on the strong parts of the beat. This is the strong part, beat 1. This is beat 2. This is not the strong part. It's not always the case, but most of the times when we try to write unaccented passing notes, we are going to do them on the weaker beats of each bar. So in our second beat, 4, 2, 4, we will be writing those unaccented passing notes. If however, we need to write unaccented passing notes, we can still do it on the stronger beat, but most of the time try and do it on the weaker parts of the beat. So let's have a look at this example here. We have a melody or a tune in G major because we have F sharp as the accidental. We start on G and we end on G as well. If we have a quick listen to it, it's going to sound like this. So quite a simple and plain melody to listen at. But now if we need to add some unaccented passing notes, and we're going to do some crotchet unaccented passing notes in this example, we can see that the harmony notes are as follow. So we have G, we have C, we have D, and we have G. So those are the harmony notes that is given to us. And now we need to add unaccented passing notes to connect the main notes with each other. And we're going to do it in these three places, the places where there are crotchets. And we're going to do it as follows. So we're going to see that we have G in our first bar. So if we work in G major, we will see that we have a G to a B, so the first degree and the third degree. So then we can connect these by using the second degree, A. And here we want to connect this B with this G, and we are going to do that by using an A again. So the reason I use an A again and not go up scale like is because we want to connect the main notes with each other. So we're going to do this by using as little intervals as possible where we can. So now we have an A and an A, and then this one is already completed for us, C. If we think in terms of C major, we will see that this will be the tonic and this will be the dominant because this is the fifth degree, C, D, E, F, G. In our next bar we have D as our harmony notes. So we have D here, and we're going to then connect this D with this F sharp right here. And we sort of think in terms of D major, or D as being the tonic here. So D connecting with F, we are going to use an E. And the last bar has a G, and that's the note that we end off. So now if we play this again, passing, we can hear that we made the melody a little bit more interesting by using those unaccented passing notes on the weaker part of the bar, using those harmony notes given to us in order to connect the notes with each other. So in this example, we are working in A minor. As you can see from the harmony notes that are given to us, we don't have a key signature in the beginning, so it can be either C major or A minor, but in this case it's given to us that it's A minor. And we can see that here we have A minor to start off with, so we're working on the tonic, and then we move to D, and if we think about it clearly, then D would also be our fourth degree. So here we're going to work on the subdominant, as you can see there. And then finally we have an E, and E is the dominant. Remembering that A minor is the tonic, so there we have our Roman numerology for the chord progression. So the harmony notes will then be 1, 4, 5, 1. So now we're going to add our unaccented passing notes in the empty spaces or on the rests. So first listening to the melody. So it sounds like a nice bass line. And we are going to make this a little bit more interesting by adding our unaccented passing notes on the rests or where the rests are. So we're going to start there by going, this is A, moves to C, so we can add the unaccented passing note B, connecting A with C. In the second bar here we have D, and we are now subdominant, so we know that it's going to be D, the strong one, followed by F sharp. So here we can add the unaccented passing note E, connecting D with F. In our third bar we have the dominant or notes that are on E. So we are going to then have E followed by G sharp, because we are using the harmonic scale in this case, and then followed by B. So here we can connect the E with the G sharp by using an F. And then finally we end with a dotted minim on the tonic again, or A minor. So now with the unaccented passing notes added, the melody will sound like this. So it sounds good, apart from the fact that here in bar 3 we have a little bit of a harsh tone, we have a harsh melody. So in many cases when we are working in a minor, we are going to rather use notes from the melodic scale in order to make the transition of the unaccented passing notes connecting with the main notes a little bit more smoother. So if we just go and change this F to an F sharp, it's just going to make the melody sound a little bit smoother. Listen to the difference. It sounds much more open, it sounds much more smoother and much more fluent. So that's one thing that you can remember, that when you need to add unaccented passing notes, and it is in fact in a minor key, try to use notes from the melodic scale. It is fine to use notes from the harmonic or natural minor scales, but it's just going to depend on what kind of chord progression is given to us. If you found this video helpful, please remember to subscribe to my channel and check out any other videos that might benefit you. Thanks for watching.